What about vaccines for African swine fever? That's been one very big Achilles heel, is we've got this virus that's spreading across the globe and we don't have a vaccine. We don't have a treatment for it. It's a virus that has got a high morbidity, so it infects and gets a lot of animals sick and causes high mortality. So they've been working on vaccines, and actually the group at Plum Island, so USDA APHIS, actually developed a candidate in 2020. Had a lot of testing done within that facility. Now, actually, this first generation of this candidate is actually being licensed to a company in Vietnam for commercial production. So we're getting a chance to see how it works actually in an infected country. Some of the good attributes with it: it's very safe, very effective. It does not appear to revert back to a wild type, does not appear to be recombined, and it prevents wild type infection in pigs. This is a modified live gene deleted vaccine. So it's passed a lot of those internal safety and efficacy tests here before it was licensed and sent to Vietnam. Some of the things that are the unfortunate attributes about it, though, is it's not a DIVA vaccine, which means that you can't tell a vaccinated from a wild type infected animal through a blood test. So that will probably prevent us being able to use it before an outbreak. Is you have to have the ability to be able to differentiate vaccinated from unvaccinated animals. So if you remember the days of pseudorabies eradication, for any of those of you who may have been around during that time, that was kind of one of the linchpins of that successful eradication program, is being able to use a vaccine that you could differentiate vaccinated from unvaccinated animals. The other thing with this first generation one is it could only be grown in pig macrophages, so it's very limited in production scalability. In other words, you had to have pigs to harvest the cells directly from the pigs, so that kind of limits the amount of vaccine that you can do. They are working on a second generation vaccine that has been adapted to a cell line, which means they'll be able to scale up production, but they'll have to go back and do a lot of those safety and efficacy tests, repeat those in this strain that's been grown up on the cell line. So really kind of the moral of the story is we're probably still a long ways away from a vaccine that we're going to be able to use here in the US, but we at least now have a candidate, which in 2018 and 2019, when we first started really getting serious about FAD preparation, there really wasn't anything on the horizon on the vaccine standpoint.